ball. Now guarded by Aflalo. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. The Hornets shooting 40% from the field. It's Jennings with the drive. Noah with the block. And now the Suns, a fast break. Bledsoe's got the ball. The bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Jennings kicks to Adrian. Tipped away. It's back to Jennings. Follow the pass to Jefferson. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
He's not doing them any favors making those kinds of mistakes.
Especially now. I mean, every possession is so important for him.
Phoenix calls timeout. Well, the Phoenix Suns, really one of the surprise teams last season. Expected to vie for the worst record in the league. They were a playoff contender in the brutal Western Conference.
Yeah, quite remarkable the job Jeff Hornacek did, and you have to give a lot of credit to not only Hornacek but also to some player acquisitions they made to move that team right on the verge of being a playoff team in the league.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Noah. Aflalo pulls it in. Inside to Jefferson. And he dumps it down.
Tell you what, he's not going to win any high jump competition, so it's a good thing he doesn't have to go too far to get to the rim.
I'm not sure he could, or any of us could slip a piece of paper under him when he takes off.
No, it doesn't matter much so, Kevin, because he's such a big man. I mean, if he gets positioned, forget about it.
That's good. And that's 12 points for Andre Iguodala.
And for Coach Hornacek of the Suns, he oversaw a drastic improvement at both ends of the floor, from a team that had been the second worst offense in the league and the 8th worst defense 2 seasons ago. They were around the top 10 in both categories last year.
6 to shoot. Here's Jefferson. Again, the Hornets score.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Bledsoe dishes doing it out. And Jefferson sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. 6 to shoot. Bledsoe kicks to Iguodala. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 15-point for Andre Iguodala.
And for the Suns last season, they exceeded their Vegas over-under for wins with 50 games to go. Wow. A lot of people figured they tanked for a pick. And instead, I think they shocked the league.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Jennings against Bledsoe. Now here's Jennings. Defense is right there. Aflalo goes in.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing. It's just been one of those days for him. He has really struggled.
Jennings kicks to Jefferson. That's in, and the Suns lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 10 points in the game. Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 9. They get it back. The kick out to Young. Off target with his 3.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Here's Jefferson. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. He's got 11.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Now here's Jennings. 10 points for him. Brewer's shot is off. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Aflalo. Jefferson against Young. And there's Joakim Noah on the assist from Thaddeus Young. And it's 13 points for Joakim Noah.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Going to the line,
Phoenix calls timeout.
Brandon Jennings.
Even though Charlotte was able to climb back into relevancy in the East last year, they still had trouble dealing with those strong teams out west.
Charlotte making a switch here. Diaw's checked in. And Charlotte isn't alone when it comes to East teams having trouble with the Western Conference.
Yeah, they were 13-17 last year against the West. You know, the former Bobcats, current Hornets. But, you know, if they can get that number to around 500 this year, they'll have a great chance to move up in the Eastern picture.
That is good. Ilyasova's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Here's Mills. After the basket by Charlotte. Cantor. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Cantor's got 10 points in the game. The dish to Diaw. Aflalo hits to Diaw. Offline with his three.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Morrow kicks to Jefferson. Here's Cantor. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Jefferson's got rebound number 13 with that last one. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Hornets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Well, they were 74% free throw shooting as a team last year, so those numbers could come up.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Here's Mills. He's guarded by Jennings. Ilyasova screen on Jennings. Cantor in the corner. Outside Jefferson. Hornets trail by 12. Nick Calathes is out there with Kent Bazemore. Then it's Turioff. Then there's Boris Diaw. And it's Brewer in the 3 spot. So that's the Hornets 5. Here's Calathes. Shot clock at 6. Fades away. That's good. Diaw's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Hornets. Here's Mills for three, and he gets it to go.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
To the left wing. Now, here's Diaz. Bazemore passes to Turioff. Off target from the baseline.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Cantor. Second shot opportunity. Blocked. And there's the call on Jefferson. That's his first foul. Coathis to Bazemore. And he gets it to go.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Here's Mills. Ilyasova dishes to Cantor. And Turioff pulls it down. Turioff's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Brewer kicks to Coathis. If you can go over 500 on the road, you usually are a playoff team, and that wasn't the case, however, with the Phoenix Suns.
You know, you're right, Kevin. They did finish barely over 500 on the road last year, but it just wasn't enough, even as impressive as that feat is.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Here's Noah. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And Bazemore kicks to Brewer. The pass to Diaz. Charlotte moving the ball around. The feed to Bazemore. Diaz can't hit.
Really was a letdown for the Suns, who played so well all season, to miss the playoffs by 1 game, especially how good they were on the road.
The kick out to Young. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 6 assists now in the game.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And you know, with the Suns again here, had they made the playoffs, their ability to get wins on the road would have made them a very dangerous team to play. They had an outstanding road record. Unfortunately, things just didn't work out well enough for them to get into the playoffs.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Nick Coathis. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Suns.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Here's Diaw. And the shot is good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Green kicks to Iguodala. Noah, the pass to Iguodala. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Look how well he led him there with that pass.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
Some changes for Charlotte. Jefferson comes in